disconnected now from something else. It's a very big objective for which we need to adhere to the company of the awliya. And the reason for this, the pious predecessors have stated that those who have defects, who are weak, they adhere to the awliya Allah's company to improve themselves. And then there's an objective beyond that, that if you start to do ibadah, those who already are doing ibadah and are following all the principles and rules, why do they adhere to the company of the wali of Allah? Both objective is the same end point. The result is one. They go for this reason, Allah's hukum is for this reason, that they have to be saved from the dangers of the nafs, of the desires. Remember this, to be saved from the hazards of the nafs, and this is the genuine objective. The genuine objective, the real objective. If a person's weak in ibadah and he starts to do ibadah, that's not the end of the journey. What's beyond that? That person needs to be saved and protected from the evil of the nafs, from the games of the nafs. And those who are already doing ibadah, worshipping, even they have to be protected from the evil effects of the nafs. Why? Because the nafs, the base desires, are lusts and desires. What do? Someone's doing ibadah, he's a muttaqi outwardly, and the nafs within that ibadah brings contamination, impurities, dirt. He contaminates, he doesn't even realize that he's got contamination in his deeds. He's happy, I'm muttaqi, I'm pious, and I pray, I worship, I pray salah, I do qiyam, siyam, fasting, etc. More stronger assistance, isn't it? So here Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has stated clearly, subhanallah, that from Allah, Allahumma a'inni a'udhu bika min sharri nafsihi. That Allah, this is such a big tussle, a clash, I cannot beat my nafs. Allah, give me protection and make me win over my nafs. Imagine that the biggest power, we are asking Allah, the greatest, the most supreme and powerful, that Allah save me, I cannot fight with my nafs. It's a severe enemy of mine. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min sharri nafsihi. The tricks of the nafs, the signs that are we worshipping the nafs. There's a very easy sign for this, to recognize this. Very easy sign that we can use to recognize, are we overcoming the nafs? A hint, a sign. We can see, you can see, I can see. That are we obeying Allah's orders or the nafs orders? Subhanallah. End of story. Any order that's coming, whose order are we obeying? Yes, there's two. There's no third player in the game. Either the nafs will tell us or tell me, we will obey the nafs. Ajib, oh, you'll die, doesn't matter, take this, you become poor, you can do this, is wrong. All the nafs plays his tricks. Oh, it satisfies the individual. It's alright, carry on, do what you feel like, it's alright, it's a must. How will we get by? Nowadays people, even after going to the walis of Allah, they continue their wrong. They say, okay, I've done enough now. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. This is what happens, asal. The genuine action is when the student goes to the Sheikh's company, then the nafs is controlled. The first step between the murid and the Sheikh is that everything the student puts in front of the Sheikh, he opens out his whole situation in front of the Sheikh, and he bears himself in front of the Sheikh. There's a small example, and there's a very small example I'll give to you. And this is not an example. For example, a woman gets married to a man, and when the woman gets married to the man, then that woman, she has her husband as her amir, and she tries to fulfill the needs and give happiness to the husband, etc. But sometimes there's disputes or quarrels, and she has sabr, and she's going to advise, have sabr, continue. There are defects maybe in the husband, he's disrespectful or rude. She tries to still please the husband, and then subhanAllah, then the house starts to run and happiness comes. And this is a small example, but the murid, the student, is that when he goes to the Sheikh, then he wants to attain Allah's nearness, then all of his desires and his nafs and that, for example, whatever the Sheikh instructs him to do is correct. And for example, if it's haram, he will not obviously take person who's haram. And the Sheikh, he tests and challenges the student sometimes, and the student has to follow the advice and the guidance of the Sheikh at that time. I am not going to obey my desires and work hard on this fact. Not nafil and extra voluntary recitation and prayers. Don't run after them. First step, in the morning, I'm not going to listen to my desires. Allah Ta'ala has told me, wake up early and prepare for salah, and then go to the front row and pray in safa, the ula, and takbir ula, whoever does this, alhamdulillah, then he has passed the test. He has reached the peak of the mountain. First test pass, then the second test, Dhuhr Salah, then test again, then pass. It's written, he has passed, he has crushed his desires. And in this way, during the day, the work, the task of the deen, our nafs is saying this, opposite to Allah, but Allah's hukum is this. No, there's no flexibility, and maybe there's a loss, worldly, let the loss come. That's worldly loss, but what about the hereafter? Maybe in the world there's a loss. This is a test for me. This is a test for me. This is my test, my challenge. And if I'm try to play games, oh, he does that, oh, I'm forced to do this, I don't have to do this. And for example, if you're given an instruction, you do it.